The Jazz win a preseason game, and Ron Boone and I are going to fight over which big guy is the most important in this game. It's next on POSTCAST. David Locke, along with Ron Boone, after the Utah Jazz beat the Portland Trailblazers 132-129 to wrap up their preseason. And they do it with a fun and exciting Svi Mykhailiuk hits a three on the right side after missing the first two. Gets a third chance at it, fires away, was open on all three, buries it, and the Jazz then take the lead, then make some nice defensive stops and win it over Portland, who actually closed with 4 of their 5 primary guys. Other than Tamari Kamara was not out, and Denny Advada, who was out. So otherwise, they closed their main guys. Jazz were not. Jazz get the win on this one. Ron Boone, your impressions tonight?
I was impressed. And it's not because they just won the ball game, because this is the 4th game of preseason, and you like to see improvement. You like to see improvement with certain guys out there on the floor. And we watched Keonte all preseason long, who's been spectacular. He's doing a lot of things well, making his teammates better. He's not forcing shots or anything like that. But we got a taste to see tonight what Kessler and Markkanen, when they're on the floor together, that kind of thing, on how good this team can be. I think all of that's up in the air, but I'm looking forward to the season. Let's put it that way.
All right, let's touch on that. We'll do a little bit of both things tonight. Look at this game and also look at preseason overall. First thing, let's start with Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, and Kyle Filipowski start tonight. First time we've seen that. First time Walker's been on the floor. What were your thoughts?
Impressed and typical Lauri. I mean, I don't think I saw anything different or expected anything different out of Lauri. Lauri looked good. But Kessler is the one that I think it's visibly in improvement. And so I'm looking forward to seeing him play against a center that could make him work a little bit more.
Well, he torched Donovan Clingan tonight.
Yes, he did.
All right, Walker had 2 stretches tonight where he was really dominant. Whether it was rebounding, blocking shots, running the floor. I mean, that's what jumped out to me, Ron, is that there were portions of the game tonight where he was clearly the best, for a moment or two, as the best player on the floor.
Yeah, and you touched on it. Probably the most important thing as far as the game for him tonight was his assists. Passing the basket, what did he end up with? 8 assists. And they were good assists. I mean, they were looking for cutters and making the right reads, making the right pass, and giving his teammates a chance to score. Like to see that.
He and Lauri both equaled or surpassed their season-high assist numbers from games from last season. I think some of this was because of Portland. Portland plays in a style where they pick up they have the highest pickup point of any team in the NBA, so they are defending the guard the earliest, which means you really got to get off the ball.
Yeah.
And then that is now allowing other guys to make the plays other than your point guard. I think we'll see that a good deal against Portland this year. But it was impressive that Lauri and Walker made those plays.
Yeah, so let me add to that, because this morning at practice, that's what they worked on, was like getting with the pressure in the backcourt, getting the basketball to the middle of the floor. And most of the time it would be Kessler or it would be Nurkic. And a lot of times this morning it was Lauri, which means you're catching the ball in the middle of the floor. Now you have cutters and you can find 3-point shooters or whatever, because the defense has to, I mean, getting the ball in the middle of the floor anytime is good. But when you're in transition, you have that much space, you can make something happen.
The other one tonight, you were impressed with Mo Bamba. Let's give him a moment. What jumped out to you about the way Mo
impressed,
played?
But I think it was, and I'm just short of laughing, because he is so long, and it's like, how can you can't take a chance on trying to throw it over or around him, that kind of thing. But he made clutch shots like he'd been playing all season long, and blocked a couple of shots. And I think he won the game.
All right.
Because the Jazz were losing at that time, and he came in and knocked down a 3. How many rebounds did he get? Mo Bamba, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 1 block shot in 8 minutes of play.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
He is not the Jazz have 15 guaranteed contracts right now. He is not one of them. He cannot go to the G League as part of a contract. So I don't know. It would mean that if the Jazz were to keep Mo Bamba just because he played well here, would have to be because they released one of their other players. I think it's unlikely that would take place at this point.
Yeah, and we expect some moves here in the next few days. Season starts in 3 or 4 days here, and so we expect some moves to be made. And basically, David, moves to be made for give players a chance to maybe go somewhere else, or moves to be made so you got your core players out there on the floor in practice. Now these guys are practicing together, getting ready for the first game of the season, and not having to worry about getting guys in the ball.
I'd be a little surprised if any of our 18 change or 15 bench or 15 guaranteed contracts on their 3 two-ways. I'd be surprised, actually. I think the moves are going to be made are just moving guys to the G League.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look at the entire preseason here in a second and have an exciting announcement about our radio broadcast as well. But first, today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. NFL season is here, and FanDuel has an offer you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put $5 down. If it hits, you unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Makes watching football, basketball, whatever it might be, just a little bit more fun whether you're a casual fan or love diving into stats. FanDuel makes the game day experience so much better. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com, download the FanDuel app today, and get started. Again, $5 bet, and you win $300 in bonus bets. Today's show is also brought to you by Wayfair. The holidays are going to be here before you know it, which is generally exciting. But getting your home ready for guests and celebrations can feel like a lot. Maybe your servingware needs a refresh, or a guest room needs new bedding, or maybe you have an entire house you're doing this with right now. Wayfair has everything you need to get your home holiday ready, from Christmas trees and wreaths to bedding and cookware and outdoor inflatables. It's your one-stop shop for every room in the house. Wayfair makes it easy to personalize your home for your holidays with a huge selection for every style and budget. And with free and easy delivery, even on the big stuff, you can get everything you need without the hassle of huge delivery fees. That's right. Get it done at Wayfair. Get organized, refreshed, and ready for the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's Wayfair, WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Do you want to make the big announcement, or should I make the big announcement?
You make the big announcement, David, which is it's great. It's
super exciting. I really appreciate if everybody's worked hard on this. We have just found out that this year on SCG Plus, you will be able to get the radio broadcast. But not only will you be able to get the radio broadcast on SCG Plus, you will also be able to get the radio broadcast synced to the television broadcast. So if our understanding is correct, you can toggle and get Ron and I while watching the game if you have SCG Plus, and only if you have SCG Plus. And I generally think that makes the SCG Plus membership totally worth it. So that's super exciting. Do you think Lacey has SCG Plus?
Absolutely.
Hope so.
There's no way she does not.
She might have rabbit ears for KJS, but she might have. We'd hope so. So anyway, that is the big announcement. Lacey says she's so excited. Dreams come true. We'll just there we go. I'm so excited. Dreams come true. That's right. This year on the Jazz SCG Plus app, you can toggle over and listen to Ron and I on the call. Get all my geeky stats, Ron's brilliant insights, Scott Morrison's little scouting reports you can't get anywhere else, the exclusive stuff that we get you. And Scott Morrison today gave you a scouting report on how running the stairs at the arena is different than it used to be. So how's that for brilliance? All right. Ron Boone, let's go with who impressed you the most in the 4 games of training of preseason?
Of the whole preseason.
Yeah, we're going preseason hold. The game's over.
Keonte without, hands down.
Okay, that's every word we got from the front office, every word we got from coaches. If you were around this team, if you've been listening to Locked On Jazz, it was clear I knew something. That Keonte had just had a different summer than everyone else. What did you see on the floor?
He's very much under control and back playing the point guard position, and he's comfortable. He's comfortable at that position. And the big thing here is that he scored tonight? 20 points, 11 shots, 7 for 11 from the field. He ended up with only 2 assists, but everything is coming within the flow of the game, which means he had 11 shots tonight. Tomorrow night, if Jazz played tomorrow night, he might be 20. But it's all in the flow of the basketball game in their system.
Well, I think if he can keep himself to 11, 12, 13 shots and he takes good ones, then finally he can get a shooting percentage at a viable number. His 39% he's had in both of his first 2 years are not viable for an NBA career. Let's just be honest about it. And so for him to be taking better shots with better shot selection, and then he just also his intensity level to me is what jumps out. He's just playing possessions all the way through at a higher level than he did before.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like I got to score. I haven't gotten a shot in the last 5 minutes or that type of thing. And we're talking about the offense, but I think more importantly, he's running the basketball team.
I do think the most remarkable story of the preseason is Taylor Hendricks. I don't think any of us had any idea that he would play this much and be this far. He's still got, he's like you. I'm almost feeling like we can, I don't want to do this because I think he's got a long way to go. He's got probably more of a mental jump than he's letting on. But like the things that are actually Taylor Hendricks storylines are going to be that he keeps getting hit on a backdoor cut. Yeah. Okay, well, that's his lack of understanding of the game. That's great. If we can actually talk about that with Taylor Hendricks instead of whether he's coming back from an injury, that's a massive step in the right direction. It's an incredible accomplishment by Taylor and the strength and conditioning staff to have him ready to play by opening night.
Yeah, and maybe we can talk to Scott Morris about that next time we'll meet with him and see what kind of position they have him on that backside. If they have him up to the point where he can't see that cutter and he's cutting behind him, that's something different. But it's where they want him positioned, I think, is the key, because you're taught when you were in the little junior jazz or whatever you were.
Before the coaches told me I should play some other sport.
Right. It's man-you ball, which means man, you, and you can see the ball at the same time.
One other note, tonight in the in-arena broadcast, for the first time ever, we did a special in-arena broadcast where we never went to commercial break in the first half. We talked to you and gave you Ron's extra insights. Actually, a little bit. It's kind of the Ron Boone plus broadcast. You get a lot extra Ron Boone and his insight because I actually let him talk during commercial breaks instead of during the game. And so we will try to continue to see whether that is a viable thing for us to do and whether that's of interest for fans and all that. So we're excited. We're trying to do all sorts of innovative and new and exciting things for you as Jazz fans. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for the supporting it. We're excited for the season. Lacey says dreams come true. If you get SCG Plus this year, you also get free tickets to an upcoming game, by the way, if you sign up before the season's over, and you can toggle on the radio broadcast synced with the video this year. And this will be the last time actually on the road, I might be this casual. This is the last time I'll be this casual with Ron being that professional. I promise. Ron's usually casual on the road, and then I do a sweater. But this Ron he decided to look like a styling dude, and I look like a slob today. All right. Jazz win. We'll be back with you Wednesday for Jazz Clippers. Locked on Jazz tomorrow is an Ask LOJ edition. So if you want to send me any questions, that would be great. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Jazz win. See you.